and welcome to the Views Club. Today I'm going to be showing you how I prepare our family's arroz con pollo. And I'm going to give you guys a little insider tip on how I enjoy eating it. You guys are going to be like, what? But I'm going to be like, oh yeah. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how to make this recipe. You're going to need some chicken. The chicken's going to depend on what you like. You like drumsticks, use drumsticks. You like thighs, use thighs. My family loves chicken breasts, so I chopped up the chicken breast with bone to nice, delicious sizes. And I think this recipe tastes a lot better when you use chicken that has bone in it. You're going to need 2 cups of rice. This recipe works well with 1 cup of rice as well. It's just your water portion will be different. Cilantro. Anaheim pepper, and I chopped them up pretty long like this. 1 tomato, 1 small onion, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. I'm using 4 bay leaves. I have 1 large one and the other ones are pretty small. 2 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, and some tomato sauce. We're going to be using all the can today, guys. You're going to need some oil and some water, and I'll tell you your water portions once we get to it. Pick a nice pan, a good pot, something that's going to have enough for you to make your rice to expand. You already know which one to pick. So you want to put it on a medium-high heat. You're going to add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil, and we're going to add our chicken. What we're looking to do is sear our chicken to a golden brown color. As soon as you add your chicken, you want to add your salt. And you want to add your pepper as well. Give it a good mix when you add the salt and the pepper. Okay, so we're going to sear our chicken on a medium heat. So while I'm searing my chicken, I'm going to get started on my rice. To our medium heat, we want to add 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of oil. You can use less if you want. And we're going to add our rice. We want to mix the rice with the oil so that we get a good browning for our rice. We're going to go through the translucent stage, we're going to go through the white stage, and then it's going to turn into that golden color we're looking for. Okay, I've been here about 2 minutes and it's already starting to change color. Some of them are going to be more done than others. And what you want to do is you want to make sure you keep stirring it every so often so that we can get all of the rice to turn that golden color that we're looking for. We don't want any of these to burn, and if you happen to burn a lot, you might end up changing the flavor and ruining your arroz con pollo. As soon as one starts changing color, like a certain set, it's all going to happen like really quickly. So that's why you want to keep stirring it once you reach that point, like that over here. So when you reach that point to where you see some of them are browning a lot faster than the other, you can turn your heat to medium-low heat, and that'll help you finish the rest of them. It also depends a lot on the type of rice that you're using. I'm using long grain rice, but I have done this with Calrose rice before, and it's equally as good. The rice doesn't stay in its form that much, but it's still really good. I don't know if basmati works the same way. Let me know if you guys end up trying that. I always love when you guys share with me your guys' comfort levels when you make it comfortable for your home. Like, no joke, guys, everybody in my house, my family, they all rag on me because I say comfortable for your own home. That's the joke of the house, but it's true. But you guys already know, I'm corny. I'm a silly lady. I have this on a simmer right now just so that I can check my chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and turn it. I am cooking at a lower temperature than what you guys should be at home. I'm only doing this so that way nothing burns for us while I'm showing you how to get through the process. But at home you should have this on a medium-high heat. See, I have this on a simmer while I was switching the sides for the chicken. Now you can bring it back to a lower heat and continue to get them to that color that we want. And I'm pretty much almost there. I think maybe another minute for me. What you're trying to avoid is burning any of the rice, the grains of rice, okay? Okay. My rice should be good. Most of them are a golden color. Some of them are a little bit of the darker white color. And I think that should be good enough for us so that we avoid burning our rice. Nothing worse than when you're trying to present to your family and you have burnt grains of rice or burnt anything. I always try to avoid that as much as I can. Because if I burn something, that means I didn't do something right. My family deserves the best, so you're my family. I'm gonna treat you the same, guys. I love you. Okay, that sear took me about 8 minutes to get, and the more you sear it, not burn, sear, the more flavor gets packed into your chicken. And the best part when you sear it is that your chicken's not going to fall apart whenever you boil it with the rice, okay? So you want to add your garlic. You want to add your onion and your tomato. Mix this well. And what happens here is that you get all the crustiness that we had from the searing at the bottom when you add your vegetables and you mix it. I shouldn't say vegetables, you know, tomato and your onion. And you mix it. All those flavors come out and it's going to be added to your broth once you add your rice and all your water content. On your guys' end, you want to make sure your heat's at a medium-high. And we're going to cook these onions and tomato here for about 3 to 4 minutes. Just till they soften up and get translucent just a little bit, not too much. After you sauteed all your ingredients for about 3 to 4 minutes, that's when we're going to add our rice. Give it a good little mix. And right here, you want to move quickly, guys. We're going to add our water. The amount of water you want to add will depend and vary on the type of rice that you're using. Make sure you read the label on your rice to figure out how much you're going to use. The long grain rice that I'm using requires 2 cups of water per cup of rice. I used 2 cups of rice, so I added 4 cups of water, and I added a little bit extra, maybe like a fourth extra water, just so that you cover it completely and you give it a lot of room to expand. After you add your water to your rice, you're gonna add your cumin, your bay leaves, and your tomato sauce. If you don't like tomato too much, you can use half a can. I'm going to be using the whole can today. That way I don't let it go to waste, in case I don't, because I don't think I'm going to be making anything with tomato sauce the next week, so. I add a little bit of water in here just so I can get all that tomato sauce. And you want to add your chicken bouillon. You want to make sure that when you add the water and all your blend of seasonings, that you give this a good mix before you get to that good boil to begin our rice fandango. I know, I'm old, guys. I don't think people even use that word anymore. Okay, so once you've given it a good mix, you're gonna add your chilies at this point. And if you don't get a hold of Anaheim, you want to use bell peppers. Work great with this. The poblano not so much, but the green bell peppers work good. So we're just gonna add those in here, and we're gonna add our cilantro. Once you brought all your contents to a good boil, I'm gonna be lowering my temperature to a low heat, and I'm gonna let it cook to about, usually it takes me about 18-20 minutes, and I'll let you guys know when I come back how long it took. So this took me about 20 minutes. We're set. The house smells delicious, guys. I think the cumin combination with the veggies just enhances everything. I'm gonna dig in here on the side, pick a good little side. Let me see. Show you guys a little bit of the rice. See over here. I'm gonna make sure that I taste it. You know, somebody has to taste this to make sure that it's delicious to feed your family. This is set. This is ready to serve. I'm gonna show you guys how I like to eat this rice. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. And that's how you make a delicious arroz con pollo. Once you build a technique, you guys are gonna see this is your go-to recipe. Your family's gonna ask for it, and whoever else comes join you in your home. So let me go ahead and taste it. I did mention you guys are gonna be shocked the way I eat it. I don't know if we're the only family that does it, but we chop up some bananas, okay? And they're fresh bananas. Not green, they're just perfect bananas. And then we have some mayonnaise. So what I do is I tend to get some of my banana, my rice, consume. That flavor is divine. You want me to serve you some, Clau? You ready to eat?
Well, I was thinking about that. We had Cuban arroz con pollo, and they served the meal with maduros, the sweet plantain. So it kind of makes sense to eat it with banana.
Yeah, it does. If you have some maduros, and if you make some extra ones, send them to me. But it'll taste so good. And make sure to add some greens for your family, that if they're going to be eating such luxurious recipes in your home, they're going to have to eat their salad at some point. So, little ranch, little greens. It works. And I hope you guys are excited for our summer editions, because there's going to be a lot more veggies. For those of you that don't like them, I'm going to teach you how to love them. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know, with all the junk that I eat on YouTube, you guys would be surprised that I really love vegetables.
You eat a lot of fruit.
Recently, I do eat a lot of fruit. I used to not like fruit that much. I think I went like a few good 3 years without being obsessed with it. And recently, raspberries.
I saw you throw down a whole pack of raspberries.
I did.
The Costco size too.
I did. I ate a whole thing of raspberries and the mangoes right now. Woo! They're keeping me happy. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please take the time to subscribe. Click that bell for notifications and become one of my bells. And yeah, if you guys decide to make these recipes, I'm going to start adding as many as I can to the end of the video, so you wouldn't be shocked if you see your recipe there. Make sure to send it to me on Instagram or Twitter, Views on the Road. Yeah. I look hungry, I am. So on that note, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye! Adios! You gotta make sure that you bring in the shoulder when you say adios, okay? Adios! Damn, you're not even...
Oh yeah, that's a new oh yes.
No, that's new, yeah.
That's like on the playground after you play dice.
That's
craps.
like playing patty cake. You know?
Oh dang, I was a bad kid. I said craps and you're over there
Yeah,
patty cake.
patty cake. You've always been that hustler going out there and getting that bacon, girl. And me, I'm like, let me bake you a cake.
That's hustling to me.
Yeah, well, a different kind. Okay. Yeah, you're so girly. Like, you would never know that you know how to play craps. Like, think about it.
I forgot.
Okay.